All right, so for our second story this week is in the literature anthology book, okay, on page 94. And the title of our story is From Cows to You. From Cows to You. Okay, and yesterday, in yesterday's story, we talked about how the food that we eat, how do we get the food that we eat? And we mentioned the steps or the sequence of how certain food are made, such as the bread that we eat for breakfast, the jam that we eat on the bread, and even orange juice. Okay, today we'll be learning how milk, the milk that we drink, is prepared. Okay, so here, From Cows to You. On page 94, look at these dairy cows. They make the milk we drink. In spring and summer, these cows graze on green grass. If you look on page 94-95, you'll see a bunch of cows in an open land or an open field, and they are grazing. Okay, what's the meaning of grazing? Means they are walking around or wandering around freely and feeding themselves grass in an open land. Okay, these cows are called dairy cows. The word dairy means anything related to milk. So dairy cows are the milk that are raised by farmers for their milk. So farmers raise or take care of these cows so they can get from these cows milk. Okay, so dairy cows are cows that are raised for their milk. Okay, so we don't use these cows for their meat or anything. No, we use these cows only for their milk, and they're called dairy cows. So how do they eat? These dairy cows eat in spring and summer. They graze on green grass. They go to an open land and they wander around and they eat grass freely. Okay, what about in winter? In winter, the weather is very cold, and in some countries it's very cold and it has snow. Let's see what they do and how they feed or how they eat in winter. In winter, the cows move into the warm barn. The farmer gives them hay to eat. If cows eat good food, they make good milk. So in winter, when the weather is colder, the farmers move them into a warm barn. A barn is like a house or a shelter where they keep animals in, such as cows or horses, to keep them and protect them from the cold weather. Okay, so how do they feed these cows? The farmers get food for them and inside the barn, and the food that they eat in winter is called hay. So in spring and summer, the dairy cows wander and graze green grass in the open field. But in winter, they stay in the warm barn and the farmer give them hay to eat. If cows eat good food, they make good milk. So if the cows eat good food, the milk that they give will be good. Page 96. Being a dairy farmer is hard work. Cows must be milked every morning and every evening. On small farms, farmers milk the cows by hand. On big farms, farmers use milking machines. So the farmers that work or raise dairy cows, they work very hard. Okay, hard work. Work is the job. Okay, cows must be milked every morning and every evening. So what's the meaning of milk? The word milked here is used as a verb. Milk means the farmers get the milk from the cow's body. Okay, every means each morning and each evening, or every morning and every evening, and every day they have to go to the cow and milk them. Means they pull out or take out the milk in every morning and every evening. Every day, early in the morning and at night, early in the morning and in the evening. Okay, in a small farm, the farmers, they milk the cows by hand. They go to each cow and they go and they squeeze they squeeze out the milk in small buckets by their own hands. What if the farm is big? They use a special milking machine. They put a milking machine on the cow, and this machine starts to pull or take out the milk from the cow's body. What happens after the cows are milked? Where do they put the milk? The milk, let's find out. The milk goes into a big tank. The tank keeps the milk cold. Cold milk will not spoil. Soon a milk truck takes the cow's milk to a dairy. So after that, the first thing they do is the farmers milk the cows every morning and every evening. In the small farm, they milk them by hands. In the big farms, they have milking machines where they pull or take out the milk from the cows. Where do they put the milk? They put them in big tanks, like big pots. Okay, the pots keep the milk cold. Why does the milk have to stay cold? So it does not spoil. The cold milk will not spoil, means it will not become bad. Okay, where in these big tanks, where do they take them? A big milk truck takes the cow's milk, and they go to a dairy. So after they milk the cows, they put the milk in a big cool tank, and then the big tanks are taken in a big truck, and they take it to a dairy. A dairy is the factory or the place where the milk is prepared. Page 98. At the dairy, okay, remember, the dairy is the place where they prepare or they start cooking the milk. Okay, on page 98, at the dairy, the milk is cooked. Bringing it to a boil will kill bad germs. Then it is quickly cooled. When that's done, milk machines put all the milk into cartons or jugs. So what is the first step? The cows are milked by the farmers or by milking machines. Next, the milk is put in cold tanks so it does not spoil. Then the milk is taken by the milk truck to a dairy. The dairy is the place where the milk, or the factory where the milk is cooked and prepared. Okay, so they can put them in the boxes or the cartons. Okay, so what happens at the dairy? The milk is cooked. They cook it in a very hot temperature. Okay, when they boil it in a very hot, it kills all the bad germs. After they boil it, they leave it to cool down. Okay, so first they cook it to a high temperature until it's very hot, and then after that they leave the milk to cool. When that's done, that means when it's finished, they put all the clean milk or the cooked milk into a carton or a jug. Okay, a carton is like a boxes where we drink milk from, or the jug, like the plastic jug here where the girl is holding. Okay, we most of us know that when we go to the supermarket or buy milk, that most milk are placed in cartons or big jugs. After that, cartons and jugs full of milk get sent to the store. They are put in the dairy case. Look at all the kinds of milk we can buy. Who will drink the milk? You. Okay, so after all the cartons and jugs are full, what happens? They are taken by a big truck, and they are taken to the stores or the supermarket, and they are put in the dairy case, or the section where they sell all the dairies, such as the milk and yogurt and butter. Okay, who will come and buy the milk? We are the people or the customers that buy the milk, and we drink it. Okay, on page 100, some milk is made into other good food. Dairy products make our body strong and healthy. So milk is used to make other nutritious and good food. Nutritious means food that makes our body strong and healthy. Dairy products make our body strong and healthy. That's why they are nutritious. Thank you, cows. What other things are used to make milk? What things are made out of milk? Milk is cooked with other things to make cheese. So we use milk to make cheese, different types of cheese. We use milk to make butter. We use milk to make ice cream. Okay, so milk is cooked and with other things to make cheese. Butter comes from milk. Ice cream is made from milk and then frozen. So these are some examples of dairy products. So we have milk, we have cheese, we have butter, we have ice cream, and also yogurt. Here is a fun facts, like fun details about cows. Most cows give enough milk every day to fill 90 glasses. So one cow can give us enough milk to fill 90 glasses of 90 glasses. Okay, 9 cups of milk. And some farmers say that the cows give more milk when they're playing music, but this is like a joke. Okay, so it says here, let's answer some of these questions. What happens after the cows are milked? So remember, milked here is not the milk. Milked here is used as the verb. Milked here means that we take. Milked here means we squeeze or take the milk from the cows. What happens after the cows are milked? The milk is put in cool tanks and taken by the truck to the dairy. Okay, what's next? What must happen before the milk goes to the store? Okay, here is the sequence. We start using the sequence. Before the milk is taken to the store, the milk must be cooked we must cook the milk and then let the milk cool down. First, it has to be very hot to kill all the bad germs, and then we leave the milk to cool down, and then we start filling the jugs and the cartons. And then the jugs and the cartons are packed and taken to the stores. Okay, how do you know that this story, From Cows to You, is nonfiction? Because this story is a real story. It gives us information. It tells us about how milk is prepared. This is real things. These are real things that farmers do or workers do to make the milk that we drink. Farmers take care of the cows. They milk them every day, early in the morning and at night. Then the workers put them in cool tanks and then in trucks, and then they take them to the factory or the dairy. The workers in the factory, they cook the milk and then they let it cool, and then they put in machines to fill in the cartons and jugs. And then other workers take all the cartons and jug and they send them to the supermarket in trucks. So it's a lot of hard work to prepare the milk. This is the sequence. When we use words such as first, next, then, next, and also finally. Okay, what other foods do we get from a farm? We can say any food that we get from the farm, like jam, like bread, other examples that we took yesterday. Okay, and that's it.